not go the way they have for the past 1 year and 20-something days.
Yeah, unless it's my own win streak. Pub streak with 3 games. This is the most I ever had, and I don't want to see it being broken. But what a time to be alive! Klink's OD Bloodseeker on one team, and then you have Medusa plus Bounty Hunter on the other team. Yeah, it looks like a lot of pub heroes from a few years back, like 5, 6, up to 10. These are the heroes that people did pick, but yeah, now these heroes are actually viable. I think this OD pick, the last one, could work out because they needed to have like something that it's really good against mid Timbersaw, and also something that can take some of Medusa's mana, because most of these heroes have been banned out. There was no Anti-Mage, no Pangolier, who does build into the Fusel Blade. So let's see if Liquid can make this OD work. I think this is the lane to watch, most definitely, once you start putting in points in Arcane Orb, which is pure damage, to see how much you're going to be able to deal with Timbersaw. It's definitely a good game for it. You also have a little bit of a pseudo-save against Doom.
Seen some damage on Asaxa. I'm a little worried about Zai at times. I feel like he's played a very sacrificial lane the last few games that we've seen Liquid play. So I'm ready to see, and kind of ready to ask, is the matchup going to be putting him in a similar situation?
Let me just check the matchup. I see Boxy already down to half HP, does not have any regen available, is bringing in some tangos. Klink's a hero that can easily pop off, same goes for Bounty. You kind of have this fourth core. His lane presence is very strong, but so is Bounty Hunter as position 5. Snaking starting in with Orb of Venom, Blood Grenade, so Boxy needs to be really careful. If they get initiation going on him, I could see Boxy dying in this one, because Bounty is very strong. He does have 8 starting armor, does pack a punch as well, sitting at 60 damage, and he's the one who's going to be soaking up damage for Medusa.
Yeah, so we'll see him probably come around quite often with that Shadow Walk, and he's got himself a Blood Grenade. He's got himself a Blood Grenade also still queued up. So he wants to be throwing out that blood and getting some damage out of it and hoping to get some kills here in this top lane. We'll see how well he can set it up.
Should have in it ability called Blood Grenade. Let's put it on like 60-second cooldown or something. Same goes for Minefield Sign on techies. I feel like it could fit the lore of the hero. But yeah, Saxa on Vengeful Spirit. This hero we haven't seen much being played. I feel like the hero is in a kind of awkward state, I would say, where it doesn't, like maybe as a core, you would, if you manage to get that Aghanim Scepter, and Boxy dies, yeah, gotta expect it. Like, he can't really play against these two heroes. It's very difficult, doesn't harass them, relies on physical damage, both have high armor. So.
And it feels like that means, at least for Tundra, like they can kind of do well in this lane. In the bottom lane, something that we're looking at is maybe the Doom potentially getting some kills here as Mickey is on the run, but 33 just putting the pressure on with Saxa. I wonder if there's going to be a point where we just see Saxa able to roam out of this lane and move over pretty freely. But Fortune's End with the Blood Right, doing some damage here on a 33, silencing him up. They just don't have anything to follow it for the moment. And constantly getting harassed by that magic missile. And we're also seeing Snaking getting very low. Blood Grenade.
He does have Tango running, so should be fine. They still see him with Klinks. Boxy can't get close. Bounty a bit too fast for this Klinks. 290 against 325 on Bounty. Big difference.
Bounty's like one of the highest base movement speed and armor heroes in the game.
Yeah, kind of based, I would say.
Very based. Taking a look over mid, it's 11-6 to 11-4, so kind of setting up pretty even at the moment.
Yeah, A9 played this very well, pushing in, getting level 2 extremely fast. Like Nisha had a point in Astral Imprisonment level 1, but 9 got a couple of good, really CS on that mid lane. Missing 200 mana.
Again, Fortune's End with the Blood Grenade and the Blood Right on a 33.
That ice armor. Ooh,
and
not
they're
going to
get
enough.
that kill. No, it's not going to be enough because they've got themselves the level 2 in the Purifying Flames, and that's exactly what you're looking for. He'll use Purifying Flames and survive. Magic Missile, Saxa is really looking to get this kill, and he'll finally take out Insania, but lose his life to Mickey, who gets a double kill at the end of the day.
This is a type of a game where Mickey can easily explode on a Bloodseeker. and they need to have a good start. There was the game the other day where Mickey was extremely farmed. He was the one moving around the map, getting stuff done. Boxy again, getting chased. His blood grenade not going to be enough to get the kill.
A lot of the attention has been on Boxy. Zai's still sitting a little bit low, but he's at least got himself 17 CS at the moment. And now snaking under the tower, but with creeps here, he's pretty safe. No, not going to die, despite the fact that he gets shockwaved under the tower. And for right now, no support's moving over towards mid, and I'm wondering when the big party 3v3 comes out, if at all.
I could see Boxy moving, because he doesn't seem to be able to get the kill in this top lane.
Right.
It's having a hard time, so I could see Boxy rotating mid lane, not killable, but I could see him coming back to bottom lane, go through the gates, or make a TP rotation, try to get that +1 action going.
Isha, you could see building into that Meteor Hammer. Has become pretty standard for OD since the release of that item. They need to make a Meteor Hammer cosmetic for this hero, I think.
Something like Fallen Sky?
Yeah, something like that. That'd be cool. Go down. Die. Boxy. Not taking too much damage now, but still, it's just been tough. And as I say that, the Janata hits, the Shockwave pulls Snake King. Bottom lane, they've got the silence on it too. They'll look for 33, but he's got that Scorched Earth, so he's not so easy to kill. And now he's picked up that Vanguard, and he's even tankier.
Gonna be very difficult to kill. And 33 takes another creep with Devoured. Now has Vor Stomp available, plus Vanguard, Magic Wand, Healing Lotus as well. Snaking, because I was looking for a potential skewer back, but doesn't seem to have enough damage. And Snaking, very annoying, stealing their gold. Like, look at Tundra's heroes. They can create gold out of nothing. You have Vengeful Spirit, who can easily stack the triangle, which he did one time. And then you have Doom with the Devour, with Midas. Then you have Bounty stealing their gold. Tundra's onto something.
It's just money making, money printing. The whole operation they've got going on, Magic Missile on a Mickey, again, it's not really a lot of damage, but he's going to be able to pick up that Healing Lotus.
Ooh, his courier died, Javelin. So that could be a big for the laning stage, because it is magical damage. It goes through Vanguard, so you might be able to maybe get a kill on Doom. Kind of a difficult one, but I could see this having no Javelin making a difference. So they're probably not going to try to go and play aggressive. Uh-oh, Snaking's going for the XP rune, but Boxy already set up.
There's a Sentry.
Sentry Ward, they're going in.
He still wants it. Can he get it? He can. Even with the Sentry, it doesn't work out for him. But Snake King, not going to be able to deny himself over to these Ancient Creeps. Instead, he'll give it over to Zai. At the end of the day, though,
it's really not worth it
for
Liquid. I mean, they just invested 3 heroes to get a kill on single bounty. And also, they needed to invest 50 gold for Sentry, plus the creeps that you lost. And they got the XP. So now you have this Vengeful Spirit who's level 4.5, about to be level 5. Yeah. Bounty's about to be level 5. On the other side, you have Oracle, who's level 4, and Klinks is also level 4. But yeah, there's a big difference. If they managed to get the kill because of the level advantage, they're going on Mickey now.
Yeah, they want to get this kill onto the Bloodseeker, and with some help here from Snake King, Bloodright's down, silences 3, they go into the trees, but eventually, Mickey will fall to these heroes coming into the bottom lane, and that should open things up a lot more here for 33 with nobody around or in the vicinity at all. And 8 minutes in, you can see Nisha now working with this Meteor Hammer, putting some damage onto the tier 1 tower.
Yeah, very interactive gameplay. You see OD charging a Meteor Hammer. Now you have like 2 heroes who can stop him from doing that, and none are very good at executing it. You need to have Vengeful Spirit with the stun, maybe Bounty coming from an Invis, but then again, there is a Sentry Ward available on a mid lane, so he will not be able to pull it off.
And they're setting up bottom again. They've got 3 heroes nearby. If Mickey dies back to back, you said he could really explode in this game, but I think shutting him down like this could be pretty massive, especially with how well the Medusa's doing in the top lane.
Again, you're playing against heroes that create gold. Like, you have Medusa, one of the flashiest farmers in the game. You have Doom as well, who Still didn't reveal his next item. Well, let's see if 33 still wants to go for that Hand of Midas, but it feels like Team Liquid is on the clock. Sure, you have Bloodseeker farming with Empower, but then again, Medusa, Doom, Timber gets to the deny. Nicely done by 9.
Was waiting for his moment as now there's the magic missile on Tanisha.
He denied his tower. Oh.
That's the sound and feel when you deny a tower.
Yeah, it's a real good feel.
nice relief.
Sound of relief, exactly. Nisha?
Magic missile, Nisha. He's gonna imprison the bounty hunter, and with 9 here, Zai coming over, but he's just well too late. Not a lot of mana on 9. They still got Snaking to follow and use that Janata to steal a little bit of gold.
Yeah, 9 gets a buff. At this stage of the game, 9 minutes into the game, denies the tower, gets a kill. This is where he's strongest to kill. And also, very interesting choice of neutral items. Seeds of Serenity, your favorite item. It's been buffed. It's a good item now.
You love me some Seeds of Serenity. Although, you know, you've made me a massive fan of Spark of Courage. And now I just get disappointed when people don't pick it up.
I see 1 on Medusa, I'm happy. I don't know if you can be happy about Medusa. Maybe something's wrong with me.
Are you also happy about Tinker, Techies?
No, I've never been a fan of those.
Okay. So you have only mild symptoms of toxic heroes.
Veno's the one. I'm down for some Veno.
I don't know. Now you're going from mild to potentially severe.
Ooh, big stacks are being taken. Zai, Vanguard done. We've seen Zai, as you said, being on this like sacrificial sometimes in terms of the lane that they put him in, because they pick his hero early on. Does tend to have some bad matches. I mean, they picked Wyvern last time. He also did struggle, but then dominated the game after having some really good ulti placements. They're setting up for Mickey against Snaking. There's no sentry ward available, so he can stun him.
Yep, and that's exactly what he'll do. They'll follow it up with the Doom. They've got the War Stomp, they have the Chakram, and they'll keep the Seeds of Serenity on themselves. And make sure that they're able to heal up while killing off this Bloodseeker again. They defended top, too. They pushed him off the tower with Skitter and Soxa.
There's a lot of things that could been different there. Let's say Team Liquid goes, makes a rotation, they drop low on HP on one of the heroes, he gets extra movement speed, Tumbler Stoy doesn't connect, then he's out of there. Sanity's Eclipse still not learned on OD. 733 change, now it actually deals damage to every single unit. If you don't have like mana, it does consider if you had like 0 mana, so not a bad upgrade. I feel like OD is still in an awkward place to be in, I would say.
Yeah, we'll see if this hero kind of pops off. We haven't exactly gotten that full feeling yet, right?
Yeah, definitely
no sanities and really just no big fights happening at the moment. But it's a big lead here for Tundra. 3,000 net worth at this point in the game. And they now have this track to roll with, too. So, track, the Devour's level 4, going into the Octarine core. Like you said, money printing.
Got a good courier.
Ooh.
And he also scouted in Nisha, so he's being wrapped around on. There are 4 heroes of Tundra. Yeah, he looks very dead here.
Shadow Walk, and now with the Astral Imprisonment, again, it's to be used on the Bounty Hunter while trying to run. They've got the swap, they'll get the kill. There's so much control here, and one Astral Imprisonement's not going to get you out when Tundra's moving as a big unit.
It's a lot of gold. Like, first they steal gold with Janata. Like, it's level 3 Janata, so it's not a small amount. It's like 28 gold. He hits him 2 or 3 times. Track gold for himself, for allies, and then you have Doom getting Devour gold, going into Hand of Midas, which has been finished, into Octarine, gonna lower the cooldown on both Devour and Hand of Midas. This is why this build is super popular, just to get max efficiency, and one of the reasons, like Panel did talk about it, I think Kezu mentioned it, that 33 is the best Doom player in the world. I don't think I can find a better Doom player out there.
And again Nisha in trouble. So they've got Boxy by, but we'll deter them with just a couple of right clicks for now. Sometimes you do see these Dooms get like a point in Inferno Blade if the lane's going to go that way, but it wasn't really like a killer lane immediately for the side of Tundra. So going straight survival with Scorched Earth and money mode with Devour is it's been the right idea. He's top of the net worth with this Medusa.
And 33, he's got a stack for himself. Snaking,
Oh,
not
no.
again. This is the second
Oh,
time. This is
no.
where the game kind of breaks. Boxy, a bit too late. Doesn't have boots of speed, so doesn't have that extra speed available. Even though Windwalk does give you, or Skeleton Walk does give you enough move speed, still not fast enough. So you can already feel the difference. Oracle, level 6. Same goes for Clinks. And then on the other side, you have Bounty, who's level 8, and Vengeful Spirit. Saxa hit level 9.
My gosh. And now he's got that Janata at level 4, so it goes from 28 to 36 gold. I think, truthfully, you were talking about lore-friendly things. I think if you've got a double damage as Bounty, you should be taking double the gold.
Okay,
yes.
I'm down. Okay, this is one of your better ideas, I would say. I've heard a lot of stupid ones, but this one's a banger.
I wish there was somebody who had like a compiled list of all my ideas. I'd make a tier list out of that. That might be A tier, I think.
It's a good one. And again, a lot of stacking happening from Tundra. I think Liquid did stack. They've been known as a team who does stack a lot. If we could maybe see the amount of stacks that they did so far for both of the teams, because it seems like it's going to be an interesting one. Like 33 did stack for himself. I think Vengeful Spirit, Shadow Demon, these type of heroes are extremely good at stacking. Maybe Nature's Prophet, position 5, if you want to try to make some kind of a record. Oh, double cent? Is that double sentry or is that? Yeah. No, that's an observer ward. It's just called sentry.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at the amount of stacks. That's 6-5. So that's 12-18 on side of Tundra. Wow. They know where the money's coming from.
Yeah, and the experience too, right? Like with the changes to these stacks, it's been a pretty significant change. By the way, 33 had that Octarine core at 15 minutes. They found themselves Saxa. They use Rupture. So that's down. There are still 3 heroes here. Do they go? Do they go for Mickey? They're actually using the Twin Gate to go towards top. They don't fight this in return, but they only get Avenge out of that. And I say only Avenge, but he's already level 9, so it's a decent kill to get. Any kill is a decent kill for a Liquid right now.
Yeah, let's see if Tundra wants to avenge Saxa. Zai. Not enough money for a track. Does have it now. Could steal some of his gold, but he's setting things up. Does not want to get skewered. Shadow Walk is running away. They need someone that does have another follow-up stun.
Now just track him and get some mana there from 9. That's from Prism. Meteor Hammer drop down on the Saxa. They come over, and Saxa's got that Veil. Thinking about going to the Doom, raising his hands, but never throwing them down. Boxy, the dust does not connect onto this Clink, so able to just get away.
Team Liquid did keep this 4k gold steady for the last couple of minutes. But Tundra, like Medusa, completely uncontested. Skeeter has been free farming. Has even more gold than Doom with Octarine core, which is pretty impressive. Going into Banta style, of course, Spark of Courage does help out tremendously. And now they're going in. They found the target. Zai looks very dead here.
And it's just gold to get, and you look at 17.5 minutes into the game. Medusa's already at a 5-digit net worth, and so is this Doom in a second. Like, the money is out of control here for Tundra with a 5,000 net worth lead this quickly into the game.
I think you love to say the phrase, they're on the money. So could be used really good in this situation. Yeah, they need to keep fighting. Like, I feel like they're just going to get out-farmed, so they need to keep fighting. Looking at the big items that are going to come out on side of Liquid. Harpoon about to be finished in 500 gold. That's a big tool where you initiate a fight. But then again, if you get ruptured, because you're not... Never mind, they're on the same team. Like, I could see them being swapped in, so that's a good way to counter it. You also have Medusa, who's really strong team fighter. As soon as she gets Butterfly, I could feel Tundra going together and just like protecting each other with this Stone Gaze. Because Bloodseeker as a hero, he can't really deal with Medusa, at least not early on. Mickey getting doomed.
Yeah, getting doomed. They were also setting up on the OG. They threw the track that way. And you're looking to get some more tracks out as you look at the rest of these heroes. But the right clicks from Nisha on a Saxa. They pop the drums from Snake King. They've got the Whirling Death. They get the kill on Nisha. Now they're going to look towards the rest. The Doom's about to run out on this Bloodseeker. But track purged off. Fortune's End, now the Rupture. 9 getting hit with a lot of damage and the Skewer to get the kill there on a 9. It's a 5-time spree going to Mickey as they're trying to fight with the Medusa. They go into the RP that lands on the Doom as well as the Medusa. They've got the False Promise on a Mickey. Skitter trying to survive with the little mana that he's got. Mickey going over and getting the kill on a 33. They'll take the Doom, and this is going well for the side of Liquid as they bought back on Nisha. They throw down the Meteor Hammer. They've got the Medusa out of mana and out of life. The Sanity's eclipsed. Down goes Saksa. Insignia finally falls to Snake King, but this is such a good fight for Liquid. And they found themselves, the Bounty Hunter might even be a full team wipe here. Nisha trying to catch up. Does have Astro and Prism, but
this was an expensive one. Nisha bought back in that fight to be able to get the kill on Medusa. And this is the like Timber against Bloodseeker matchup where you get ruptured, pure damage, not much you can do. You can't really use Timber Chain. You get skewered away from Magnus to get that damage going. So they need, like, Vengeful Spirit is good, but then again, you can't really save a hero that has been ruptured. So
right.
Let's see that again. Good Doom. Oracle did manage to keep Mickey long enough alive, just as he can come back into the fight. So he survives the full Doom duration, holds onto this ulti for a long time. Nisha kind of in no man's land, stuck between these heroes. They did have swap available, but didn't have vision. Maybe they could have used it. So I want to see what the next item on Timbersaw is going to be. 9 definitely needs to be able to protect themselves against this Rupture. Caused a lot of troubles, and you can see, like, as soon as he connects onto Dusa with like 2 extra heroes, her mana is completely gone. This time around, he did not have Butterfly available, and Skitter is about to finish one, so gonna be a big difference. Still, you have like Maelstrom procs going through that evasion, so at least that's something.
Right.
Saksa.
Now Saksa in trouble. Boxy trying to get this kill. Will do so before he dies as Skitter gets the trade on that one.
He's fine with that.
In that big fight too that we just saw the replay on, the setup for Tundra, at least for Snake King, they were setting up to go get Nisha, and then the Doom was used very early on the Bloodseeker. So it ended up being a bit of a split fight where they weren't exactly working on the same heroes, and I feel like that caused them to lose that fight as well.
But they did force a buyback out of OD.
Yeah.
So
there's
that's
still
a
pretty solid chunk of gold going the way of the Bloodseeker. Like he was just sitting top of the net worth for a split second after being behind by a good amount of gold. So a lot of recovery, at least for him. But yeah, you're right. Nisha using that buyback is pretty expensive. He is very far behind when it comes to net worth. You can see the power of Boxy starting to come into play. This Clinks we've seen time and time again eventually fall into being a core 4.
Clinks does love to be very active on, but also doesn't mind if the game slows down, where he can farm these outer rings. He's very good at invading enemy, like even triangle, farming it, but it's a bit of a risky one. I say if you farm the outer ring, Ancient Camp, I think that's a big place to be, potentially threaten a kill there near the enemy Tormentor, stealing the XP rune as well, which didn't happen, and now Box is going to play some deep vision, but they know he's here.
Dire are scanning.
Not going to find him as they'll start to get together and think about going for this Roche bottom. Everybody converging for the side of Liquid, and we've seen teams from behind really want to go for this Roche as early as they can. As Tundra are going to get together, it looks like they eventually want to go bottom, but I don't think it's in time. This Roche goes down pretty quickly.
OD still packs a punch against Roshan, and now they're going to smoke. Let's see if they will still want to take the fight. Also, with no real save against this Rupture, they have Skewer that has been really good in the previous fight. You also have Harpoon to deal some extra damage with the Rupture as well. Tundra, not going to find anything here, but this time around, 33 does have a Blink Dagger, so we'll be able to choose which target he wants to go on.
Very big slowdown coming. I think that Liquid have done a good job of kind of stopping the bleeding. They were down 5,000 net worth about 9 minutes ago, and they've kept it right where it's been for a while. And I think Tundra's kind of slowing down with that money printing idea where, yeah, they're still printing money on 33, but the tracks aren't exactly there just yet. A
Still
little
Tundra
bit of Janata gold.
they feel very strong pushing this tier 2 tower, even though Team Liquid is the one who's holding on to Aegis. And they're gonna secure it. Saksa being behind him. Only 2 points for now in Vengeance Aura. I miss the days when Vengeance Aura provided extra attack speed to heroes. Extra attack range. That was a big one.
Tracked and Blink War Stomp and a kill there for 33. So getting back on track with that kill.
One thing to notice about 33 is he does all these like small things. One thing I really like when he plays Tidehunter, he buys casual Blightstone after like laning stage ends, maybe 7-8 minutes into the game, and then he starts to farm things up. Because he can push the tower. I remember one of the games where he had Dragon Scale, was because he was unkillable. Tide doesn't have much tower damage, so he takes that, has Blightstone as well, and starts to put in some pressure. This time around, if you look at his item, he has Vambrace on agility to have extra attack speed, just to get more farm. Like, it's all about the smallest details, and I think Tundra is the best team out there to just theory craft a lot of these things and put it into a game.
Yeah, definitely doing the universe brain as they continue to do the little things right. Speaking of the little things, so now there's a Axe Shard on Clinks, as he's got that from the Tormentor. I think, you know, the Oracle was hoping, and Singh was like, oh, it's going to be mine. I have the lowest net worth. Right, guys? Well, went to the Clinks, and now he's got that Burning Barrage.
Ooh, that's a big one. Vengeful Spirit doesn't really get much gold. Like, this hero doesn't really farm fast, so getting that shard, double magic missile, and going into Aghanim Scepter, I do really like that Saksa, because Tundra as a team, they do love to farm, so they're going for the late game oriented items feels like a good idea. Aghanim Scepter, and then with that shard, so you like get the stun, maybe get another 2-man stun. Your illusion comes back. Okay, he's going for Snake.
Rupture and Dust. There's really nowhere for him to go. But now they found themselves the Medusa off by himself and to the side with the BKB being popped by Mickey. They get the kill on a Saksa. They look over at 33. Boxy low, but a little bit of the Burning Barrage damage coming through on a 33 as he runs with the BKB of his own. Blink in from 9 on a Mickey. They've got the Chakram, but the Astron Prism's going to be through onto the Medusa. Meteor Hammer to follow it up. But still so working with a lot of mana. Again, with no movement speed.
159. Saksa bought back in that fight, but Team Liquid going for the target. Right, Mickey not too afraid to pop a BKB just to secure a kill. And Rupture on position 5 Bounty Hunter. Take him out as soon as possible. Stop that money from flowing in. Still, Liquid, they're taking the fights, but Tundra, they're getting the gold advantage.
And they've gotten themselves up to 7,000 now. Starting to break away a little bit. Magnus, though. I like this pickup from Zai. I know you really love this item right now in this patch, the Heaven's Halberd.
Yeah, because all the stuns have been nerfed, so having some extra status resistance feels really nice to have, and you are playing into Medusa, so that makes a lot of sense. She's a range hero after all. Zai, too powerful of a player. Let's see if he can beat it down. He can. Manages to get the kill through that left backdoor protection.
9 pushing in the bottom lane while all that's going on. Titan Sliver picked up for both the Medusa as well as the Bloodseeker. How close is Socks out of this Axe? Not that close after that buyback.
Well, now closer. Picked up Bounty Rune. They need him to survive like one fight. Because as said, this hero can't really farm. Hero's really good at stacking, gaining gold that way. Might need a lane for himself. Snaking, going for that 28-minute XP rune this time around. They have no reveal. There is dust in the backpack, but that's about it.
Ooh. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Snake King swiping it away.
Fastest fingers in the West.
Yeah, usually it's no swiping, but this ain't a Nickelodeon TV show. Yule's up into the air. Snake King, he's going to die, but he does get that Wisdom Rune. Always important, especially with the fact that Liquid have only gotten 1 this game.
Very interesting build from Boxy. Getting that Yule Scepter, so can't set things up.
Deso.
Next is Deso. This hero does insane amount of damage, does have that Burning Barrage, which is his old ability. does allow you to kill the creep wave. You can one-shot it. Zai now does have a blink dagger as well. Let's see if he can reposition someone. Saksa, he caught a glimpse.
Like that person. You don't need to blink, though, when you've got that harpoon. Ogre Seal Totem will get some distance, but not enough distance.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I do love the bouncing from the Ogre Seal Totem as well. In terms of, like, neutrals we see.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Tier 2 mid looking like this might just fall if Tundra aren't going to react to it. And it doesn't look like they are just yet. They have sneaking coming over, and now they're going to have 33, blink into the immediate doom. They go in for Insania to make sure he can't get the false promise, but he gets it off before he dies. So now with no heal, can they get the false promise over the edge? Right now they have. Stone Gaze used by Skitter. They go to the Astro Imprisonment. Isha running backwards, skewer away from Zai. They still get the kill on Mickey. They're going to focus their attention onto the Magnus. And with the track, they see him. They've got him. They'll kill him. And 3 heroes will die on the side of Team Liquid.
33 this time around finds good Doom opportunity. Goes on Mickey. This time around, he does not have Aegis available. It's like Team Liquid wants to still go for something.
Meteor Hammer. And Sanities. But now you've got the Shadow Walk, the stun, and the lockdown to get the kill on Anisha. They got that all together. And then Bounty Hunter's got the Ogre Seal Totem to close the gap on Boxy. That's a full team wipe at the end of the day. And they still want more.
Kill him one more time.
They want Insania, and they're going to find him. They've got track again. They'll get another. Look at the net worth. It just jumped to 16,000, 17,000 gold.
They got 8,000, 9,000 gold in less than a minute, pretty much. This is nuts. It's exactly the fight that they needed. Like, it says gold change 2.8k, but yeah, there's a lot of, like, looking at the experience, they've been dead for a long time. It also doesn't contribute all the kills, but now 19,000. They're gonna farm up for like another minute because Nisha bought back in the previous fight. That was that one fight when he bought back and they won it. So he's gonna be dead for a very long time.
Wow, Tundra just blowing the doors off of this one with that. And now they've got Hex on the Timbersaw. He's going for the Shivas. Medusa's just been farming the entire time. Has that Lincoln's finally to protect himself from the Rupture. It's just so much gold for
it's
Tundra.
Mostly against Astral. Like, he wants to be able to deal damage, does not want to get his mana stolen. So, also Doom. I see 33
Axe.
Immediately going into Axe. He's like, well, you know what? I see these ulti orbs. One on Bloodseeker, one on OD. So, gonna go instantly for it. Even though Nisha does have Hex queued up, he feels like he needs a little bit more control. But if you get doomed, you're gonna die. Like, even Boxy, this is like Team Spirit during TI, pretty much. Now, they need more Lincoln Spheres. I see 3 queued up on Team Liquid. Is there Insania? He's frontlining.
Doom on himself. He's going to jump in. He's going for the Magnus. Wants to make sure there's no RP. They already got the kill on Insania. He's going to buy back. Wants to be able to provide that false promise, but the Doom's still coming in. They get the kill on Mickey, and now they'll look over at this Zai Magnus. 3 heroes dead so far. Ogre Seal Totem looking for something else. They won't find it. They already got what they came for, and that was the Bloodseeker and the Mag.
Ooh, he was swapped back into Doom. Doom connecting onto Magnus, onto Bloodseeker, and seems like this game could potentially end because they don't have buyback for 50 seconds. Medusa with Solar Crest, with drums, level 23. They might have another fight. Boxy, he's trying to steal some of the farm there. Delay the game as much as possible. Roshan is going to be back online in a couple of seconds, and he's going to be on Radiant side. Snaking? He wanted to chase him down, find where Boxy is. But Boxy this time around, he's holding on to Gem. If they lose this Gem, it's going to be massive.
Yeah. I just don't think they find anybody at that point with the Gem going to the side of Tundra. Here's the Shadow Blade, and I believe, yeah, this is being built into a Silver Edge. And that Axe came out for the Doom, and I wanted to say something earlier. 33, he was farming the camps right next to the secret shop, although all he needed was the point booster, and he's min-maxing even at that point, putting the courier as he's 2 steps. He could just take 2 steps to the right and buy the Ags out, but kept right-clicking, you know?
After all of that,
that's the most exciting
finished
thing.
Off Ags and then has another 4,000 gold. And look at the gold on Skeeter. He's almost 30,000 net worth, 33 minutes into the game. This is... Every single time I see Medusa, I feel like some kind of record is being broken. That's how strong she is. After like even all these nerfs that did hit her, still feels very viable as a hero.
A very strong hero indeed. The MKB was picked up there for Mickey, but against the Aegis now on this Medusa,
Yeah, not even with Mickey B, there's not going to be enough damage. He wanted to go for that butterfly, you know, evasion's going to cause a lot of troubles. He also sees Heaven's Halberd now in Bounty Hunter, knows that he's going to need to be dealing with that, so with that mischance, of course, so...
I don't know how you think of some of these.
Just comes natural.
I know. It's so fast, though. The fastest puns in the West. 28,000 net worth lead. Tundra, they don't want this curse to continue, this losing streak. Finally get another wisdom rune there on the side of Liquid, but they're down 25% when it comes down to experience overall, which is a big number because that also contributes to about 13 levels.
You
which
gotta
is so
do
much.
something. You're playing against Tundra with this type of a lineup. If you're stuck inside your base, they've shown time and time again that they're gonna wait until they get the opportunity, because you're still gonna be respected going high ground against Magnus. Harpoon skewer back into the tower.
Into the fountain.
Middle tower has fallen.
Is this where you... Oh, he's going Ags. I was going to say, is this where you buy, like, the refresher on Magnus so you can RP skewer with the Harpoon, refresh Harpoon, skewer RP. But Ags is the next item on the menu. They've got the swap. And Boxy in trouble. He'll Yules himself. There's the AoE Doom. They've got the skewer back, but it's going to be on top of these heroes now. And they can't get anything really other than just the kill on a sock. So they end up losing Boxy. Down goes Insania, Zai, and Nisha. Skitter with so much damage as they're breaking through this base and looking at the tier 4s. And they call GG on the side of Team Liquid. So Tundra taking game 1. And honestly, start to finish, this was all theirs.
Pretty much. There was this one fight that Team Liquid did win with heavy commitment from Nisha. He did use...